Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome to Solving the Friendemic with your hosts, Sabrina,
Kristen,
and Holly. I was eating almonds and I'm sorry.
Also, if I am a little quiet, it's because I've got some Stouffer's mac and cheese, which smacks.
Hashtag not an ad. However, if you're interested in monetizing our efforts, please contact us.
Honestly, anything cheese-focused would be great.
Hey now, I don't want cheese focused.
Kristen endorses cheese, but honestly, keto-friendly, food-friendly, dog-friendly,
There you go.
anything.
Friendly.
Perfect.
Just friendly friendlies.
Just friendlies. I can't get this ad off of the...
Would you say it's yikaroni and cheese, Holly?
It is yikaroni and cheese because they really want me to compare insurance plans on our computer. Damn it.
I'm screaming.
I think the distance of the mic just makes it seem so much more broken. Because you're having to like really stretch out for it.
Okay, I did it.
Finally!
Yay!
Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm ready to rumble now. We're good.
Amazing.
Are you ready to rumble?
Wednesday. Welcome your fighters to the ring. Give it up for your gluten-free, dairy-free, all-around thunder from down under. Holly!
Yeah!
Now give it up for the only other person I trust with scissors other than Edward himself.
Not me, apparently. No scissors for Holly.
Just craft scissors.
Just children's scissors.
The phlebotomist to cosmetologist. A kinder friend could never be found in the end. It's Kristen.
Hello!
Okay, Kristen, you ready for Sabrina's? We're going to do this line by line. Are you ready?
I just have so much anxiety. Performance anxiety. Okay, Holly, you kick it off.
Okay. To my friend with the most style in the room in all places. That's actually true. You are very, very stylish. She's wearing this awesome geographic shawl. The most stylish person in the room.
The woman who makes you hurt so hard because of your tickle bone.
That sounds like she's... That sounds like she's breaking your tickle bone.
Only with outrageous humor. Because it's humorous. The woman who defeats all carbs.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Sabrina!
Sabrina, did we please you?
I am very pleased.
I think we have brought shame upon all of our families with that. You know, Sabrina's just such a good on-the-fly rapper. Like, she just spits out lines like cocaine, you know? Like, it's great.
You don't spit out cocaine. Right?
Obviously.
Why are you looking at me like I know the answer?
Girl, you're street smart.
But I might be street smart, but I haven't done cocaine.
No, but you would know the process.
No, I've not done coke, nor have I, nor do I have desire to do cocaine.
Nope.
Okay, well.
But you snort it for reference.
Can't you, like, put it in your, like...
Your gums? I've seen people. Well, okay. let me quantify. I've seen on TV.
I was gonna say, I thought I saw people on, like, CSI Miami. You know?
Miami.
God bless. Miami.
Kristen, I was 10 when I was in Florida. The most action I saw was croquetas de jamón and pastelitos. I wasn't seeing the cocaine cowboys. The only cowboys I saw were at the Miami-Dade Youth Fair.
When you say cocaine cowboys, it makes me think of like Tony Romo. And his name Tony, what is his name?
That's the, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I did it.
In Miami.
Okay. Yeah, okay, let me make sure. But he's in the Cowboys though. Right? He's not in Miami. He's in Dallas.
Oh my
Cowboys.
God, wait. I thought you meant the actual cocaine cowboy, like the drug lord.
There's a drug lord named Cocaine Cowboy?
They're Miami.
What?
In Miami, it's a whole thing. It's called the Cocaine Cowboys. That's a real thing. That
That's
was a real
good
reference.
name. I'm sorry. I don't endorse drugs or anything, but that's a good name.
I didn't realize you meant sports, and so that's where I went wrong.
I was gonna make the joke that like Joni Roma does cocaine.
Well, and so here's the thing. I had no knowledge about this gang either. And so I was like totally following your football reference, but
No, okay, guys, your homework is to watch the Cocaine Cowboys because it is such an interesting documentary. But yeah, it was this whole drug operation. There's a woman involved who's a badass too.
No.
Not that I endorse crime, but if I'm going to, it's going to be behind a woman.
That's right.
But I'm sorry to disappoint you. I do not do any yeehaw from the Cocaine Cowboys. It's only yeehaw from the Haw River, y'all. So
hey,
that's all I can do for you.
speaking of documentaries, what are you binging?
Ooh, well now my head's in the crime. So I've been watching a lot of true crime things lately, which isn't new. I love true crime. I love listening to podcasts, especially like True Crime Obsessed. Shout out to Patrick and Jillian. And if they knew my existence even existed, I would cry. I recently watched the new Netflix documentary for the Warren Jeffs cult.
Yes.
And that was super interesting.
Keep sweet, pray, and obey.
Yes, that's it. Oh my God, yes, Queen, go off.
Watched it. So good.
But there's a new one that I haven't binged yet, but I'm ready to. And really, this is actually a segue to get you guys to get invested with me.
What's new?
There's this new staircase show.
Yes.
Oh,
on Hulu.
yeah.
I mean, HBO. About the
HBO.
North Carolina.
Exactly. In the
Yeah.
Durham.
Is it an owl or what is it? How did she die?
Yes.
Yes.
I want a road trip there. And I know we can't go in the house. I know like this is like one step away from stalking. But it's like local, and I'm a local yokel, you know? Like I've been here long enough that I think I can sit
Well,
50
then-
feet away.
It was in Chapel Hill, right?
I think either that or Durham.
Chapel
or
Hill
same
or Durham,
difference,
something-
right?
Yeah, something like that. Uh-oh, people are going to get mad at us.
It's the triangle.
I'm from Miami with the Cocaine Cowboys, y'all. I don't know. It's just it all runs together.
And I'm from
Coyote.
Kansas. So, Holly, you're really responsible for this.
Yeah, you're the fall guy.
You needed to know
thanks.
this.
Hey, you're throwing the girl from Charlotte under the bus, the big city now. I see what's going on.
Oh, there's a lot of buses there. So.
There's a weird obsession with cats in Charlotte. Y'all ever realize that? The buses are named cats. There's a Lynx system, which is a light rail system. And then there's the Bobcats, which now are the Hornets, but they were called the Bobcats, which was the basketball team. There's a
And
lot
then
of
the
weird...
Carolina Panthers.
Somebody has an obsession with cats. You still said that in the mic. Well, now we know that caffeinating all of us is the right speed.
See, drinking wasn't working, but I think the coffee could be what makes the hit, right?
Yeah. So, okay, so your binging was the Keep Sweet?
Yes.
Cool. Very nice. I can go.
Yeah,
Here we
go
go. I
ahead.
actually have 2 answers, so you can cut me off here. But
Overachiever.
I know. Well, I binged 2 things, which Sabrina kind of started with too. She was talking about podcasts. I've been binging Old Gods of Appalachia, which is so good. It's a podcast anthology series, which is all of these people that are from the Appalachian Mountains, West Virginia, North Carolina, like there's lots of different ones. And they tell these like spooky stories. And they're great storytellers. They have like this awesome accent. There's lots of evil darkness in the woods, like that type of vibe. It is so immersive. Oh my gosh. I crochet a lot while I'm listening to podcasts. And that one, like I could crochet for hours and just be in like my own little spooky little world. It is so good. Oh my gosh. And they do live shows and stuff. So I'm trying to catch up so I can go to a live show. Awesome. Check out Old Gods of Appalachia. It's amazing. It's such a good podcast.
I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, it is really good. It is spooky. It's very spooky. So, you know, don't listen to it at night if you don't want to be spooked. But my other one that I've been watching is on Apple Plus TV that our friend let us try out. But I actually had not really watched anything on Apple Plus yet. So I was kind of excited. But it's called Severance. Have you guys heard of that? Kristen's giving me a thumbs up. It is, Sabrina, it's so crazy. It's, God, we watched all of it. Like, we watched like 4 episodes last night. It's produced or written by Ben Stiller. Remember? But yeah, Ben Stiller. It's a sci-fi thriller. It's the idea that if you could separate your work life and your home life, completely. Like you walk into your work and there's some sci-fi magic, I don't want to give anything away, that basically puts you into another person's body. It's like there's two of you. So you will never know if you're at work what your home life is, ever. You don't know if you have a family, you don't know anything. Your only idea is work, because that's all you know. You remember day to day, like what you did yesterday at work, but you can't remember what you did at night. And then when you go home, same thing happens. You become your home person.
Consciousness.
Yep, 2 modes of consciousness. You're severed. It's literally severance is what it's called. It is so interesting. It is so interesting. The thing about all the problems you could have because you wouldn't know what you did at work.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so that's where it gets into like the sci-fi thriller nonsense of it. But it's so good. It's so good. It's
Are there children?
no.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Because
Yeah.
I'd be like, what do they do? Do they go into a different body for school and then come back?
Nope. It's just this workplace that is like trying it. It's a big corporation that's doing it.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
It's not standard practice. It's just this one enterprise that's starting it.
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay. And then for me, because the new season of Westworld is out, for me, what I've been binging is Westworld. And I love Westworld. I loved the 80s movie, and I watched that with my dad, and this HBO series is amazing. If you haven't seen it, it's really good.
These violent delights have violent ends.
Yes. Which is odd. Like, I know it's a quote. It's just, it sounds so much better in Westworld than it does in Twilight. Like, you know? Like, it's just so much better.
Wait, it's a quote from Twilight?
I believe so. But, you know, Bella has this thing of, like, quoting, you know, Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet and all of these things in every book.
At some point, we've got to do our drinking game for Twilight.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yes.
I'm down for it. I know today I just unironically watched Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2. But I had a lot of laundry that I had to fold. And so, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm watching.
Nice. I may not be down for any drugs or anything, but I am down for some crafts. We're going to do some crafts today. I'm super excited about it. We've all brought something that we want to share and make together, do some awesome stuff, and talk while we're making things. It's going to be really fun.
Oh, shit.
Oh!
There's a cat on the cricket.
So I brought my... Blitz really wants me to share what I brought. Oh my god.
Wow. That was impressive.
For context, my cat jumped from the floor all the way on top of my cricket and grabbed it in a very human way, in my opinion, and freaked me the hell out. And
It looked like a rugby player who caught the ball, like just, you know, kind of nestled it. Just
it was horrific. Actually,
Yeah.
the other day, he jumped in the air, and I swear on my life, you can verify this with my husband, jumped in the air and kicked my dog Kung Fu Panda style. Like, he actually put in one of his legs and then went like this and had his arms out. And I was like, wow, the poltergeists are getting really creative in here. Like,
Amazing. I just love the dexterity of your cats. That's amazing.
yeah, he rolled really high. But anyway, I brought, we're here at my house today, so I brought downstairs my cricket, and the reason I wanted to bring my cricket is accountability, because I have a Tumblr and I really want to put a design on there. But the reason I want to share it with you guys is it brings me joy, because I feel like the cricket's intuitive, and it's one of those crafting things that you can be a beginner and get a hang of, whereas there are some other things that I'm like, oh, sorry, I burped.
We're friends, y'all. It's just out in the open.
So the pro to me about the cricket is that it's pretty easy to get the hang of, and you can do it with multiple people, and you can make t-shirts, you can make mugs, you can make all kinds of things. The downside is I feel like the price is really expensive. I was super lucky because I got this right after Christmas, and it was marked down to like $40.
Wow.
And so that's the only reason I bought it. If I hadn't gotten a sale like that, there's no way I could have just right out of pocket.
Can I ask, what does it normally retail for?
I think 200.
Yeah, like 200.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
But then you have to think accessories, the vinyl.
It's like the KitchenAid of crafts.
Yes, which I did get for Christmas this year. I finally got a KitchenAid, which I've wanted for 5 years.
Are you an adult if you don't have a KitchenAid?
Yes, you're valued and wonderful.
Oh my gosh, that's what. This is an outtake. Signs that you're an adult. TED Talk.
Oh, that's good. That's so good.
Ooh, I might steal that from you. I might steal that from you.
My idea! This is not another fucking Club Penguin!
I was kidding.
She even said it in the mic. She's like, no, I'm going to be recorded as saying this.
I'm screaming. No, actually, I was thinking, for context, Holly's birthday and her husband's birthday is coming up, and they're having a TED Talk party. Mm-hmm. And please don't hold me to this if I don't do it.
Oh, I don't care.
But my idea was doing the evolutions of Holly and which one I identify as.
Oh, that one's so good.
That was my personal theory.
Oh my god. Sabrina, though, you don't. Oh man, you got to do the Bermuda shorts, Holly, from like high school. Oh god, I'm gonna just die of
I just need
embarrassment.
photos. So I have the bunny one because that's ultimate Holly to me. That's the one I identify with. Is
Most people don't know about that. Like
So
I know
that
the
would be a
podcast
surprise.
does, but people won't know. Well, my sister's in the picture, so that's how they'll probably know it's me. But otherwise, like.
So I need you to start digging to send me photos so I don't feel as much of a stalker. I was just gonna look on your Facebook, but now that I've told you, I need prime khaki short, prime like whatever version of Holly you're like, this embodies Holly.
Interesting. I wish I had like an emo stage, but I never had an emo stage. That would have been really fun. Philip had an emo stage though. Hard emo stage.
Where are you?
You could play and Philip, I love you for listening to this. You could play like yellow card and Philip would come running with hair flipped forward, ready to throw down in the weird emo style of dance.
See, for me, it's like Helena. I'm like, oh, dun, 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 dun. See, I'm not going to say the words because I could never do it justice, but
I'm also looking at you with blank eyes because I never had the stage.
maybe that really should
You
also
had
be
an
one.
evanescence. Like, you didn't have a emo stage, but you had an evanescence.
Yeah, I mean, I only know like 3 songs of hers though.
Yeah, but as a Christian teen, that's really all you're allowed to. You know?
To answer your question, Kristen, this one is $249.99, but this is
Wow.
the Air 2. Number 3 is $319.99. The Maker is $349. The Cricut Maker 3 is $429.99, and then the Cricut Joy is $179.99. So when it was on that like super sale on Michael's, and I mean like it was actually shout out to TikTok and also my mom, I think. Because everybody was like, I know you want a Cricut, boom, boom, boom. And then the world made it happen.
That's cool. So are we making stuff on the Cricut?
Yes, so I got you guys some mugs.
Ooh.
And then we'll use the Cricut Makerspace. And we'll decide what we want on there. And then we'll peel them and we'll use transfer tape. And we'll do all the magic.
What should we put on there?
I want something that has solving the Friendemic on it. Like, I would love hashtag.
Oh, wait, talking to the mic of what you would love.
I would love hashtag solving the Friendemic or hashtag prescription of the week or something fun. Something along the lines that merits that.
What if we did quotes? We don't have to all do the same thing either, but like we could pull a quote from Canva, pass it to you, Sabrina, right? And then you could just put it on the Cricut Maker.
And it also, we could actually just type right into it. So there's
Yeah.
like all kinds of fonts. And I have all kinds of different, what are these called? Vinyls. So there's all kinds of colors and fun things.
Yeah, we should each do a quote from ourselves.
That's very fun.
Live in the Club Penguin, bitch.
I really want the please don't cancel me.
But is that me? That was
I
me.
think that's all 3 of us at
We've
this
all
point.
said it at some point.
Oh,
That's true.
well, I was the first.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Damn it, Kristen has such ownership over things today.
Well, you know, when you are such a fuck up, you do you do just own up to it. Or maybe like, I done goofed.
You done goofed. You done goofed. I'm also trying not to sniff too much this time because I feel like I sniffed a bunch in the last one.
Maybe you did cocaine.
But here's the question. What is actually Holly and what is cocaine Holly then?
Have I ever known you not?
Yeah, The joke is that I've literally just been on cocaine. Mom, if you're listening, I don't do cocaine, I promise.
I don't. I also do not have any idea where to acquire any sort.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Like, I struggle with buying Sudafed.
Whether you have to like give your ID and everything. Is that right? And that's
Yeah.
Claritin. I'm thinking Claritin D. Like you can.
No,
just,
Sudafed you have to.
you have to as well. Oh.
So, Holly, which craft did you bring?
Oh, okay. I can go ahead and do that. I brought some yarn because that is my chosen material that I like to work with.
Material girl.
Yes, I just wrap myself in yarn when I sing that song. No, but I brought a bunch of yarn because one of the things I really enjoyed doing with my students this year, towards the end of the year, was we made pom-pom little yarn monsters, which was so fun. Shout out to one of my kids who I can't say his name because, safety. But he made a yarn monster, but instead called it a yarn fairy. So, you could call it a yarn fairy if you want to. But we're basically going to make pom-poms. I thought it'd be really fun to make some pom-poms today. I brought some pipe cleaners. You can make little antennas and go crazy with it. Yeah. Or whatever you feel led to make.
Hells yeah.
And then I brought canvases and paint, but that's a little advantageous. And I also brought just some embroidery floss because I thought, what is it to be a friend when you were in middle school and like lower school? Friendship bracelets. So I think we all need to have one. And I think, yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
It'd be really fun.
I love it. I wonder if you have the colors of the logo.
I brought a crap ton.
Hell yeah.
Let's get the Cricut going at least.
All right, so the way that I use the Cricut Makerspace is on my phone, just because then I can take a picture of the snap mat. But it's okay because I have another one too, so that one can stay there if it needs to.
Okay, so Sabrina's opening up the top. It's opening like the start of a really cool movie. And
Or like those really fancy cars that have the door like that opens from the top, like Back to the Future kind of thing.
Yep. Oh yeah, side door action. The DeLorean. Yep, side door action going on. But Sabrina opened at the top. We can see there's a little cutter in the inside. She's gonna put down a mat. So she's gonna put the mat in the Cricut, so that way we can put the vinyl on it as well.
Yeah. Just be careful with your hair because it's very sticky, and it will grab on for dear life.
Kristen, have you made anything with Cricut before?
I am again a virgin in this situation.
Oh.
I'm a Cricut virgin.
Here, you missed the side one, Sabrina.
Oh, perfect. Thank you for catching that.
Because I have made some stuff. Our school has two Cricuts that are actually like for the school because we did some extracurricular activities and did some Cricut stuff. But it is so cool, Kristen. You're gonna be addicted. We can make T-shirts at the school for staff and stuff like that too, which is really fun. And like label people's stuff. We labeled our houses on our doors 1 year too. We use them for a lot of stuff.
And I am ashamed to say that I've only used the vinyl function. So a resolution that I have this year is that I want to use it for the other functions too, because let's see what it has. It has iron-on, cardstock, light cardstock, bonded fabric, paper.
You can cut fabric?
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
But I think it's like Cricut specific
Oh,
fabric.
okay, gotcha. Like felt. It could cut felt though.
Probably
I've seen
felt.
people- Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, well let's do some cutting.
So the first thing I need is to have what we want to put on there.
Okay, so if we have our logo, it's only the shape of it.
Right. So if we want color on it, I'll have to see what final color I have. If I don't have the right ones, we can still play around with some color, but it'll probably be in black and white.
Yeah, cool.
Or we could do the holographic.
Ooh.
I know, I'm always down for holographic.
Holly graphic.
Okay, I've sent it to you.
Here we go. Oh, that's perfect, Holly. Okay, so I uploaded the image, but you see right now it shows it very shadowy. So I've got to go in and select the parts that I want to not be shadowed, and those will be the parts that they don't cut.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to remove. Not remove.
Kristen, do you know what quote you're gonna do?
I do.
Oh, what quote you gonna do?
I wanted to do when I look at a basement, I get weepy. But
Oh, that's a good one.
but I'm gonna do my emotional story is as long as the Bible,
That's really good.
because it's not too long.
And see, that's why I've thought about doing like Please Don't Cancel Me, because it's short, but also the iconic Bermuda shorts is pretty good too. I'm between those two. Sabrina, do you have one yet?
I have not looked at them enough. Okay, so I'm using the magic wand and see how was it. Oh shit. I was able to get rid of Kristen's face here so that when we print it, that'll be the mug part. So that's how I'm doing it so we can get the details.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, see? And that's all I'm gonna... Oops, not that one. But you just tap the magic wand. Because I was like, why am I erasing it? This is wrong. See, it's been a little bit since I've done it. But now we're cooking with gas. But then you gotta be careful because you'll see, like, I tried to erase this little hand. But for some reason, it's tying the eyeball to it. So I'm gonna have to add the eyeball back in. And so on.
Oh man.
It's just things like that.
Well, as you're working on that, what if we start talking about like how being creative connects you with your friends? Because this is something we're trying to do today, right? Is we're trying to bring it back to our overall theme of, you know, understanding that adult relationships are really hard, adult friendships are really hard. And so we thought about doing something crafty as a way to talk about friendship again. So what about you guys? Do you have, like, how does being creative connect you with your friends?
So, you know, creative like activities are ones that are just kind of fun to include other people. I feel like that is an activity that is able to translate to other people. I think there's also like a lot of individuality that happens with it, and it's a lot of fun to share that. You know, I remember when I was little and I had a best friend in Kansas, and I would see her every summer, but she's the one that taught me how to make a lot of friendship bracelets. You know, I thought that was so cool because everywhere else in the world, friendship bracelets were not something that you saw. And when I came to the US, I was like, oh my gosh, look at all of these cool kids with their bracelets. And Erin, if you listen to this podcast, you made me my first friendship bracelet, and I still have it. But yeah, you know, as someone who was an art major and who is in an artistic industry, it's fun to be able to do something that's kind of like mindless as well. You know, you can sit and draw, although I've proven not to be very good at that. I get too focused into it. But theoretically, it is an activity that, you know, you can talk to other people while doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, it can be pretty low budget, you know? I think all of it, well, specifically us, we all have these things in stock already, you know? Obviously, like, you probably needed to get more mugs, but...
Actually, I did not.
Oh!
Those on hand too.
On hands mugs.
They were free mugs too.
Oh my gosh, Holly, put this on your mug wall.
Oh, I'm definitely going to put it on the mug wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get ready. Next to my... Wait. I'm going to put this mug next to the Princess Diana mug, her engagement mug. It's a commemorative piece that I got for $2 at a thrift store. That's Prince Charles as well.
Very commemorative.
Yes. But this is more important than that mug, obviously.
Screaming.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a lot of fun. You know, it's fun to see how other people do things, and I don't, you know, I'm just constantly inspired by you guys. You guys do such cool, different things, and Holly, you crochet all the time, and you produce beautiful work. And you know, you've tried teaching me how to crochet. And I am open to you trying to teach me more to crochet, other than maybe like a granny square.
Hey,
but
granny squares are really in right now.
I know. I have, like, my Pinterest page has so many different crochet patterns, and like it's just crazy how many granny squares I could do. I could just do a whole bunch of different granny squares.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, here, I'll jump in too, and thank you for those kind words. I love making stuff. I would sit and make things all day long if given the chance, and that's why I'm starting to show signs of carpal tunnel. That's okay though. I was predisposed. It runs in my family, so I'm what is it called? Predisposed. Yeah, predisposed to it. So quarantine, I started doing a lot of crocheting, and typing because we're on the computer all the time. So I found out some unhealthy habits that I had to figure out how to fix. But anyway, no, I love making things. I think in terms of friendship, I know that a lot of times when you're friends with people and you've kind of run out of ideas, and I say that nicely, of like you've gone to a lot of places and you're kind of like, what do we do now? For me, my brain always goes into, well, what if we go paint pottery? Or what if we make something? What if we make a t-shirt pillow? You have any old t-shirts? Let's tie-dye. Like, that's where my brain goes. It's always just something fun you could do together that you don't necessarily always have to have a lot of knowledge for. And I think that's really fun because, like you said, you could see what each of you make, and you could even have more than one person at a time, making things. Me and my husband are also doing pottery classes this summer just because we wanted to do something different and we wanted to get out and again, make something. I think it's so important to have fun making things and being creative. And through crocheting, I've met people online that I never knew. I was taught by a friend how to crochet. So there's so many different connections with art as well. Just to narrate what's going on at the moment, Sabrina is standing on a chair trying to take a picture of the Cricut mat.
Well, no, I'm doing the snap mat thing.
Oh, she's trying to put the image on the mat, so she has to have a perfect picture, but she is standing on a chair with perfect form. Yeah, you look like a ballet dancer right now.
I did used to do ballet.
Hey!
I think it's because I'm not centered on it.
Okay, so
It'll
now
do a
Kristen
little
is
green
trying.
square when it's right.
Kristen is now standing over the green Cricut mat, trying to get a picture for the perfect... Is it for, like, measuring specifications?
So when you do that, it'll know exactly where to put it to print, and it'll tell me exactly where to put the stuff.
Okay, so...
Worst case scenario, we can estimate it. That one's just more exact. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But we can try estimating it if it's going to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yes!
There you go.
Okay, perfect.
Woo!
Can you put it back in? Holly, would you like the honors of loading this?
Sure. What do I do?
All right. So
Okay.
I'm going to click this. So just put it so that the piece doesn't go above the ruler part. But you want to make sure it goes all the way up because it's going to start the cut from up there.
Like here or all the way to the cutter?
A little down. Perfect. Okay. And then you're going to smush it down as flat as you can. And if you need the flattening tool, it's in there.
Cool. This looks like one of those things you like put in a to do your dishes.
Yeah.
The paper chip thing. This is great. Okay, it's kind of sideways though.
That's okay. Really, the corner we care the most about is that one. Well, I guess I can move it if there's a corner that's better. Actually, you know what? You've got that one so good. I'll just move it over there.
Okay. It got a little like dent in the middle.
Because that's perfect. And then I would just put it as down as you can. Perfect. We're smushing her real good.
Real good.
Real good.
I had a friend growing up that used to do small, like not NASCAR, but basically like little small derby cars, and he would put like decals all over it. Oh no, I moved it.
See, this is
That's
like
okay,
the tool that you use for when you put tempered glass on your phone.
Oh yeah.
Like a screen protector.
Mm-hmm. You can narrate. Kristen, you can go too.
So the cutter is moving within the Cricut.
So the first thing I want to make sure is that it knows that it's vinyl material.
Okay.
Then it has the tools and materials, and I'm going to do it in fast mode.
Oh, fast mode versus what kind of mode?
Regular, which is slow.
Oh.
So now I click the C button, and it should go off.
Why would anybody do regular?
That's more precise. And we'll do that for the smaller ones, but since this is a big piece, we'll see how this goes.
Wicka what?
See, and it gives you a timeline. So right now, that's where we're at in the pie.
Are we the big part of the pie or the dark part of the pie?
We're at the dark part.
So, what medium do you guys like to express your creativity most through? I used to do a lot of more visual art, but I feel like recently what I've been gravitating towards is writing poetry. Yeah, I like to write poetry. I know among us we also have another very talented poet. But yeah, I like to write poetry. I also do like to be creative through paint. I like to paint hats. I do like lots of cool floral patterns on hats.
Really? I didn't know that about you, Kristen.
Yeah, I can show you a picture of what I like to do. And I should make you guys some cute hats.
I would love that, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you get them inside?
Yeah, for your big noggin, of course. Are you implying that you are Jimmy Neutron? Or
Yes.
Arnold?
I have a really big head. Bucket hats are fine, and like most sun hats are fine, but I have a big head.
If you find, maybe what you should do is find a hat.
There you go.
Like I'll show you what kind of hats I paint. You find a hat that fits you. And then I'll do it that way.
Okay.
That way I don't paint something and it doesn't fit you and then you just have to use it as decoration.
I hang it up in the hallway, and I'm like, this is the hat that Kristen made me.
I will never wear it. My daughter may.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. But okay, so you paint hats. That's really cool.
I want a painted hat, original Kristen.
Oh, I saw our chins.
It's happening.
Oh, man.
I also like the idea in the future, if we do a painting night, you can use the Cricut as a template. So, like, you could put a vinyl down and then paint it in and then remove the
That
vinyl.
would be so cool.
What medium do you like to use, Sabrina?
I really like to use Procreate, especially when I'm, like, watching TV or I'm just kind of chilling. I like to make art, but I also like to write, especially my comedy. I like to work out bits. I like to think about where do I want to take my stuff next and, like, what do I want to do with it. And I also like to write TV pilots that I may never publish.
But writing, though, that's a huge form of art.
I love writing, and I dabble with the arts.
Dabble. I don't jiggle, I fold. Well, I've already shared mine. Mine is definitely yarn. Like, I would use yarn every day for all things, if given the chance. But I've really been enjoying pottery, though, too. I'm not good at it by any means, but, you know, being able to use clay and make something was really cool. So, I like that, too.
I'm excited to see what your yeah.
Well, I can show you. Me and my mom went and did like a 1-day pottery thing for her Mother's Day, and we got our bowls back
And
that
you
we
guys
made.
are so cute. Those pictures were so precious.
Oh, thanks.
Done.
It's our faces.
So what I'm gonna do.
I am so excited.
Me too.
So my personal go-to is I like to cut directly the design out because it makes it easier to weave it. I'll show you what I mean.
Oh, that's where you pick it, right? You take all the little thingies off. What's that called?
I can't remember. I want to say weave, but it's not weave.
No, it's wedge.
Is it
right?
those people who've got those like tools?
Yeah, those things. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a little hook and all that stuff.
I stabbed myself with the quarter.
Oh, gosh.
I'm okay.
Okay. Be careful. Please use Cricut responsibly. I'm screaming.
So what I'm gonna do, and some people will do it differently, is I peel mine like this, and I'm gonna just gently pull it this way and trying to make sure that I don't take anything I'm not supposed to.
This is just all very interesting to watch. Like, it's very satisfying.
And what I mean by not taking anything I don't want to is like ripping the vinyl, like ripping parts that I don't want to get rid of, or taking a letter. And then if I start to feel resistance, I'll just go to the other side and start peeling in the other direction.
It's like watching someone peel glue off their fingers.
To each their own.
Mm-hmm. I don't like watching people normally, but this is satisfying. Yarn monster time. Are you ready?
I am moving
Okay.
over.
Oh no. What's wrong? Okay. Sabrina just made a yell. Okay, so yarn monsters are basically a pom-pom, and if you've ever made a pom-pom before, you need something in the middle to secure it in place. We're going to basically make a lot of loops. It's a bunch of loops, and then we're going to secure it in the middle and cut it. So I do need scissors before we start. Sabrina, do you have any we need big, strong scissors, like kitchen scissors? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, so first let's get some pipe cleaners. What type of pipe cleaner would you like, Kristen?
I'm feeling pink.
Feeling pink?
Wait, will this be visible?
It'll be, if you want it to be, it can be. It can be antennas.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, okay. I will do yellow.
I lost the eye in Friendemic, so I just took the O piece and made it an eye.
Oh, good job.
But if I can find it, I'm gonna put it back.
Well done. That's a good, very, like, quick on the fly. It looks cool to me. Looks like it's, like, mint that way.
You know, like a murder.
Yeah. Okay, ready, Kristen? So what I do is I do 3 fingers, and you just keep rolling around your fingers. A good pom-pom is at least 100, but we don't have to make a good pom-pom today. It's up to you how you would like to make it, if you want it to be super fluffy or not.
Let me keep my fingers together.
Yeah, keep your fingers together. We're going to use this big round hoop, and we're going to go in the middle and basically wrap it like a present.
I lost my tail.
It's okay. You don't need to have it, really. I mean, you can hold it if you want to, but it's not a big deal. So Kristen has chosen a teal color, and I have a creamsicle orangey color. Sabrina is doing a fantastic job taking all those little pieces out. How you doing over there, Sabrina? Good. And this is something fun that I did with a bunch of my elementary school students. I liked it a lot. But we used pieces of cardboard, so that way they could, like, pull it off the cardboard.
So what Holly is saying is that if we can't do it, she's disappointed in us.
No. So you see how much I have on mine? It's a lot, right? Like, you want it to be really poofy. So I will wait until the poof has been achieved, Kristen. Kristen is staring intently at her teal poof. She's breathing deeply. She's in the moment. She's running up the stairs like, not Rambo. Who am I thinking of? Rocky. Aren't they the same actor?
Also, I would never run up the stairs.
No, I don't like running upstairs either.
People who take like multiple steps at a time are the bane of my existence.
Kristen just said that when people run upstairs and take multiple stairs at a time, it's the bane of her existence.
Like, fucking overachievers. Like, it's enough to go up the stairs, but then to be like, yeah, I'm just...
Alright, that's good. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I was losing feeling in my...
Yeah, let's not lose feeling in your fingers. So we're cutting the strand.
It's done.
Look! It looks great!
So once you get to a stopping point, let me know so I can show you part 2.
Okay, let's get the feeling back in Kristen's fingers, and then, yes. Okay, so you take it off, and you want to keep it like this as much as you can. So, like, it just needs to be your poof. There you go. We're going to take our pipe cleaner and wrap it around the middle. And do you see how I kind of, like, have crisscrossed it? You give yourself more edge on the other side. Yeah, there you go. Yep, and I come back up on this side. So you have both of your open ends on those sides. Yep, and then you're just going to do your best to, like, make it as tight as you can. I usually put it down on something. Basically, like, wrapping a present. Like, that's what I always think about when you're doing a present. And the bottom part, you, like, have that tight spot. There we go. Yeah. And then, to make the poof, all you have to do is take scissors, and you go in the inside, and you're going to cut it, and it poofs out. Ooh, yeah, right? And it'll poof all the way out. So, I'm going to hand you the scissors, and you can poof. Kristen is poofing. She's putting some of the scissors in there. She's cutting those strands. It's poofing out. And then you can shape them up and give them a haircut after you're done, because it may not be all, like, one level. The kids like doing that part. Some of my kids gave too much of a haircut, and there was no pom-pom left. We have to start over. Please don't cut yourself.
I thought you were talking to me for a second. I was like, these are pretty dull.
Oh, no. I'm talking to Kristen. Because Kristen was furiously cutting. Very nice. And see, you can make pom-poms and then, like, put them on a garland, you know? Here, I'm going to finish poofing mine. And then you have it. So now you can, like, twist your thing into antennas if you want to. You can cut it off. It's up to you. And you have a little yarn monster. Yarnsters.
Oops. Hey, hello again, friends. So I have taken off the excess of the vinyl so you can see the shape of what you want. And now I'm taking a piece of transfer tape. I'm peeling it. Now, some people will put wax paper in between to really get an even thing. I'm a rebel. I will be doing that tonight. But I will eventually get this to unstick. There we go. There you are. And then once I feel the sweet spot and it starts to peel, I'll take a corner and I'll match it with my corner. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Never mind. I'm going to cut one more piece of transfer tape. That piece will be better for later.
So you can kind of give him a little haircut if you want to. Kristen's now doing her haircut for her little pom-pom monster as well. I wish I had googly eyes. I left all my googly eyes at school. I could have glued googly.
Do you just not?
I have one googly eye.
I might have googly eyes. I have to look upstairs.
I have one googly eye, Sabrina.
I'm screaming.
There's one, but we don't have any glue unless Sabrina has glue.
I probably
You
do.
could put one large googly eye on it.
Now I'm feeling for that sweet spot again between the tape and paper.
I think that's actually something that I'd like to talk about with like crafts and stuff. I find a joy in crafts because there's not, I don't feel a pressure as much to get it perfect. I think it's really fun when you have problems in some crafts, you know? At least with yarn monsters, like my kids had such a fun time with making them all different colors and, you know, it was a lot of fun. There's some where I like to be precise, like when I'm making things for my Etsy shop, like, yeah, totally. There are some things I'm not going to mess up. You know, I want to make sure it's right and I might redo it if I have to. But I don't know. I think that's really fun, especially with pottery, with painting pottery and stuff. It's fun to mess it up and do different things with stuff. Doesn't turn out the way you want it to all the time. But I am very... Yeah.
I like it to be perfect.
I was going to say, I'm very different in that, though, than a lot of people. Sabrina, what were you saying?
That I'm on the opposite side of that camp because I like it to be as perfect as possible. But I think it's because life can be so messy that when I'm creating, it's my own little world. And like...
You can control it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Control issues.
She sings it because she too knows it.
What about you, Kristen? How do you feel on that end?
I have to color in the lines. I truly just am a control freak when it comes to that. Like, it's taken me a long time to just enjoy. And, you know, I think that's one reason why I didn't finish my art major, because I was so focused on, like, perfection that I did go a different route because I got so caught up in needing to control the absolute success of it. Whereas, like, that's one reason why I've really started to enjoy writing a lot more, because there is a little bit more of a process of, like, self-editing throughout it. But I mean, I love this little guy. I think I might hang him in my car.
You could, yeah. If you want some extra yarn, go for it. You can, like, wrap it
Oh my
around
gosh, I
and
need
tie
lots of friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be very questionable. Like, people are like, who's that?
Well, I have a hanging mushroom in my car that I crocheted, and a lot of people find it to look not like a mushroom.
A mushroom. You mean more like a fun guy?
Fun guy.
I'm screaming.
Oh my god. How you doing over there, Sabrina? You okay?
Yes. So right now I'm trying to get the vinyl to agree with the transfer tape. And so I'm applying pressure all over so as I peel this so that I can put it to its final destination, it'll be my friend. But if I was just selling a vinyl or I was just giving you guys something, like let's say you wanted it on your car, I would keep it like this so that you can just peel and release.
Mm-hmm. Basically, it's like a transparent sheet on top of the design that
That's
Sabrina
the
made.
sticker.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the sticker.
Exactly. Well, the vinyl's sticky. It's just to keep it in one piece, so like that way it'll all line up, and so it won't
come off
rip.
neatly.
Yes, theoretically. But see, like your face doesn't want to leave me, Kristen. It wants to stay on the wax paper. So what I'm gonna do is force this spatula and be like, it's eviction time, ladies.
Just me.
Just you.
Oh no, my person doesn't even want to come off at all.
Kristen, did you bring friendship bracelet stuff?
Yes. So let me go ahead,
Is that okay, Sabrina? Are you
Yeah.
working? Okay.
and I promise we're gonna help clean up.
Yay.
So there's a lot of different kinds of friendship bracelets that you can make. probably the easiest one. Have you ever made friendship bracelets? Okay, so then you know it's pretty easy.
Not in a long time though, so I am still treat me like a novice.
Okay, so the first one that I learned to make was the Chinese staircase. So
I just mimed over my head. I don't know.
So you usually try to do at least like more than 4 colors, just so you actually have like a decent width to it. But it's simple because it's just one continuous knot.
Oh yeah.
And you just alternate colors.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures right now to see. I have definitely seen these before. These are so fun. I'm pretty sure I made these with friends when I was little. I'm getting like a nostalgic kick.
Yeah, and I used to,
Look, Sabrina.
Yes.
Yeah.
when I was little, well, not super little, but I used to do hair wraps on like the playground.
You started your own cosmetology studio right at the beginning.
Yeah.
I can just do it right there. See, I can just imagine Kristen like sitting behind like a little table with a poster out that says hair wraps $5 or something, and then she's got like a whole studio behind her ready to sit kids down and just go for it.
Yep.
There's like a long line around the playground.
Well, where I had the kids sit was so where the monkey bars were, I'd have them like sit and almost straddle the swing. And then I would just stand beside them. But I started it because Disney World did hair wraps, and I was like, this is so cool. And my mom was like, no, you're not getting it.
So you did it yourself.
So I learned how to do it
Wow.
after my friend taught me how to do friendship bracelets. And I'm like, this kind of is the same thing. You're right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool, Kristen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I taught myself how to braid my hair because my mom didn't know how to braid. And so, yeah,
Braiding your own hair is hard.
it is
Oh,
hard.
yeah.
Yeah. I always start off wanting to do like just a French braid, but then I end up doing like a Dutch braid on myself, which is just the inverted version of that. It's more like a mohawk braid. Okay,
So
so
we need 4 colors.
yeah, Holly.
There's a whole bag of all this embroidery thread that she's brought.
Yeah.
It's a bag of so many pretty colors. I'm gonna put this on my ankle, Kristen, and wear it all summer.
Oh.
It's something I want to do. Okay.
So, I saw this blue, and that made me think of you.
I like that blue a lot. I'm also digging some of these pinks and like purplies.
Yeah, and I made sure there was some oranges in there too.
I love
'cause
orange.
know-
I want that one.
yeah.
Yes.
I knew this
It's like a light orange color.
like tangerine.
Yeah, like a tangerine color. I was trying to see if it had a color on it. It doesn't have a color on it, but that's what I would call it. It's like it's a little tangerine color.
Yeah. And then this one is a little bit more like a pumpkin.
Yep. Sabrina, is there a color that you're like really, really wanting? I know you're focused, but I don't want to steal it from
really
you.
likes lavenders and baby blues.
Yes.
Ooh,
so-
that's a pretty color. Oh, look at those, Sabrina.
Yes. She's got me.
Yeah.
Thank
And I
you,
think
girl.
for you, we'll accent with like some dark purple. I know for you, some green probably.
Ooh, yeah, wait, no, I want green. So the jacket I'm making right now is it's a ombre effect it's like citrus colors. So it's like a bright orange to a yellow to a green. It's so pretty.
And then I'm a lot more earthy tones that's what I gravitate towards.
Spatula, okay.
It's so fun. I'm so excited. I don't know what I want though. I like this yellowy color.
Now, the way I always attached it to the table was tape. But I don't know how you feel about that. So
I don't care if we put tape on the table.
Ooh, I like these.
yeah, those look like you.
Yeah, so I have a pumpkin, a like kind of gold but not super bright yellow, like more muted gold, and then I have like a light gray, almost white, might be like more like a off-white, and then the tangerine color. Okay, time to tape this sucker down. So I need to pull it out of the end, right?
Now, you don't have to do Chinese staircase.
Oh, I don't know any other ones. So
Oh, okay.
you have to, I'm only gonna know the one you teach me. It's like my brain made room for other things, and like I've lost this skill.
How dare you?
I was
I
gonna make cardboard circles so we could do really thick, chunky ones, but maybe that's something I'll do with y'all later.
That could be fun. I don't know how to find the end on this one. There it is. Did I find it? No, I didn't. It's being very tricky. But yeah, where'd you get this? Do you remember?
Reconsidered goods.
It wasn't Reconsidered Goods? Oh,
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, I used to embroider with my grandma.
I have a shit ton because I had a phase. That's my big problem with crafts is that I go through these phases that I spend all this money to do these crafts and then I don't do them. Or I do them for like maybe a month and that's like with grace and credit to myself. But like I have all this embroidery shit upstairs. Ask me if I know how to embroider.
Do you know how to embroider?
Kind of. It's not a complete no, but it's not a complete yes either. You know what I mean?
Oh, this one's messed up, Kristen. I'm sorry. But I mean, you've learned the skill, and it's there whenever you want to try it, you know?
That's true. I've thought about starting a like collective for people who can't focus on hobbies for too long, and then we all just trade out the supplies.
Ooh. That's a great idea.
Right? I don't know what it would be called or like what the business model would be with that, but I guess kind of like an honor system.
How long does this need to be, Kristen?
So for anklets, you know, this stuff is cheap, so
Yeah,
I would-
The yellow got kind of messed up, and I'm sorry.
that's okay.
A cat. Hello, cat.
What's that? A
Okay.
cat?
Crazy, funky, chunky
hat.
cat. Oh, hat. Yes, that's
Okay.
right. It
Has
wasn't
this-
about
Is
cats.
this long enough?
Yeah,
How many do I need?
one of each.
One of each. Okay.
Aaron slightly trying to look like Keira Knightley. We've been there, we've done that. We see right through your funky hat. Did you ever watch Wizards?
Of Waverly?
No, I was a Nick kid. We watched a little bit of Disney, but my sister didn't get into Disney Channel until well into Wizards of Waverly Place, and I was in college by that point. So, yeah,
No.
I've never like not liked it though. It was funny when we watched it. Did I make a knot?
Yes.
Also, I need to cut it right.
Yes.
That kind of shocks me considering how much you like Harry Potter and magic.
No, I know, but I just it missed me. I don't know if I was when Madison found it later, and so that was another thing too. But we only really agreed on some shows, and that was like Drake and Josh, iCarly, and SpongeBob, which were all Nick. So
Oh, I have a question for you guys because you have younger siblings. Do you ever confuse your childhood shows with theirs?
yes, some of them like Clifford. I thought Clifford I really had loved, but apparently it was more Madison's show, and I just watched it with her. Same thing with Blue's Clues. I never watched Blue's Clues on my own. I always watched it with Madison. And so it's like this weird like soft spot of being older than normally the demographic, but knowing that I watched it.
Yes.
So yeah.
I have that issue. Like, I was making this TikTok and I deleted it because I was like, oh my God, I just did a lie. And I was like, oh, you know, not Moose and Z were my generation. They were not. They were my brothers. And my mom's the one that pointed out to me. She was like, Face was your generation, honey. It was not Moose and Z. I Don't Like Candy Corn was a bop when you were 13.
Oh, it's such a good song though.
No, I don't like candy corn. No, I don't like candy corn. There are so many things to eat, but I don't like candy corn.
Yes.
I love that song.
Totally a sibling thing for me too. I'm right with you on that one.
See, I never did that. I never knew that.
Yeah.
See, but your brother's a year younger, right?
2 years.
2 years younger.
Okay.
So it probably wasn't his generation either.
Well, and Madison was 4 years younger, but she doesn't necessarily typically follow all of the same.
right.
So like sometimes we were watching things that would normally be like 6 or 7 years younger, you know? So
Yeah.
it was fun though. All right, I'm ready. Teach me.
Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your starter, the one you want to start,
Pick your fighter.
and
Do. Okay.
yeah, you're going to hold that in your dominant hand. And then the other ones you're going to hold like this. And then put your finger against it. And then finger gun.
Yes, anytime I get to do a finger gun, Kristen, it makes me happy. Hey!
And so then you take this and you loop it under. So take it, loop it over.
Dirty. Okay.
So loop it over the finger gun. Make a right triangle.
Yes, got you.
And then pull the bottom up through the finger gun.
Mm-hmm.
Let go of it. Bang, bang. And pull up.
Yes. I remember doing this. And then you do a bunch of one color, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I always judge first, but I keep count of how many I do.
Okay. Oh, God. I'm going to have to keep count.
Do you guys have any like art accounts that inspire you to create?
What count are you on, Kristen? I'm sorry, Sabrina. Hold on. She said we had to keep count. I'm on 6. And then I do have ones that I like. Do we have to keep count?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
I like to kind of, if you want all uniform sizes.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Well, then here. I can go ahead and do mine then. I follow a lot of different potters on, like, pottery things on Instagram. Hanua Pottery I really like, which is Houna pottery. I just think her stuff is just gorgeous. I follow a lot of lettering, like Oh no.
The cat is very interested.
Oh, the cat's coming after you. Oh no. But no, I follow a lot of different like design ones too. Lettering with low is one I really, really like. Second or third cousin removed called the Bird Fox I follow too. Her name's Tori. She's awesome. Doodly Days I really like. They're all ones that do like inspirational lettering. By Happy Owl is another one I think is just wonderful. They give me inspiration and I can just, you know, share them on and think about them. I follow a lot of crochet ones though. That's also a huge part of mine. I have a whole nother Instagram just for crochet, basically. Things like the Crochet Carpenter I really, really like. Oh, Becky Bagel is one of my friends that does drawing. Yeah, Becky. Yep, Becky.
Which Becky probably doesn't remember me, but we shared a pumpkin ale once.
She's wonderful. She did a custom portrait of me and my husband and my dog. So yeah, I follow a lot of different ones. I love just being inspired by people, and that's what I want my Instagram and social media to be. If given like the perfect social media, it would just be crochet and like design stuff.
Yes. Some of my favorites are, a gal that went to college with me is worthy.pottery. So worthy and then the period symbol pottery. And I love her stuff. It just kind of inspires me. And then Jessica James, Jesca Jaymes. She's incredible. She actually does TikToks and stuff too. But she's Jessica James on Instagram. And actually, here's a fun plug for Jessica. She has a podcast called the I Am Power podcast, which I was a guest star on recently and spoke about this podcast. Well, by the time this comes out, technically it would have come out by then because I think it comes out on Wednesday. And she does like a lot of Barbie art. She does a lot of political art, Star Wars. She did a really cool tampon one. This is the tampon. Ooh. So she does things that are interesting and out of the box, and I love her. So make sure to please check her out. Check out Worthy. But yeah, support commercial art, but also support your local artists too. Support all the people.
All the people.
How about you, Kristen?
Oh, so I will say the kind of more artistic ones that I'm following, what I've kind of just gravitated towards is hair artists. I follow Mad About Balayage, Brit Does Balayage, just a lot of different color artists because that's kind of what I just am immersed in already. There's this girl that I met in Vancouver, Washington. Her profile is Goblin Mama, but she does like really cute, whimsical paintings and very cute frogs and all of that. And there's one artist that I follow on TikTok and I just can't remember her name. If I find it, I'll make sure to shout her out on my page. But she just does these very like ethereal portraits, very feminine and empowering, but like pastel colors, and It's all very multimedia, so oil paints and acrylics and lots of layering. I really wish I could just remember what her name is off of the top of my head. Oh, look at your staircase.
Nice. It's not going all the way around.
Now
but
what
I'm
you
okay
can
with
do,
it.
since it's a knot,
Yeah.
is just you can manipulate it.
Oh.
You hear that, Durham? You're
Just-
not the only famous staircase around here.
Like, you literally just twist it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, also,
And
side
straighten
note, it's done.
Look. I like. Circling back to friendship, how do we think we could use this to better our friendships, like art and crafts? Or is there something that like you're inspired to do right now with friends?
I feel personally inspired to just, one, start creating more on my own. You know, it's something that you can all do together and you can do completely different things. It doesn't have to be the same. But Holly, I want you to teach me how to crochet more because I
Yeah.
feel like you'll be a lot more patient than a lot of other people who've tried to teach me.
Oh no, I will have fun. Don't worry.
But
I also want in on the crocheting magic.
Yes. Do a whole class. Harrison's been learning too.
go
There you go.
Harrison, go Harrison, go.
And see, I'm the opposite of what you had said, Kristen. I want to try and do. I'm inspired to do more crafts with other people. I guess that's kind of what you were saying too. But instead of only doing things by myself, because I tend to crochet a lot, like I average probably 3 to 4 hours a day. But that's when we watch TV and like, you know, lounge around. I think I would really like to do more crafts with other people and enjoy that time with people too. And not always having to do something for my Etsy shop. Being inspired to do things that are just fun projects and challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
That reminds me of like when we decided to start the podcast, one of the boundaries that we put is like we need to make time to hang out that's not podcast related. And I think that's so much of life is like when we're doing things that are responsibilities, like you do the crocheting for your Etsy shop, there's a difference between the joy that that brings and the joy of just creating brings. So that's so true.
Fun thing about art too is that, you know, a lot of people can do art. You got this embroidery thread for probably next to nothing at Reconsidered Goods, right, Kristen?
Yeah.
Oh. And I mean, I'm sure that it doesn't always have to be a Cricut, but I mean, if you find a Cricut on sale or if you want to get some puffy paint and go crazy on a mug, like that's something you can do for next to nothing, you know. And yarn, oh my gosh, yarn is so cheap. It usually is like ranges from $1 to $3 unless you're buying like really fancy, you know, puffy yarn. But you can do lots of things for, you know, not too expensive, which is what I like about art too. Art doesn't have to be expensive.
I love that. So is that your prescription for the day?
I mean, it can be. I mean, mine would be to try to reuse something you already have. Like that's would be my prescription is art doesn't have to be going out and buying something. Go see what you've got in your house and make something.
If we're getting into prescriptions, my prescription would be don't be afraid to try something just because you think you'll fail at it. Like if you hated painting when you were in 3rd grade because your art teacher was an asshole, maybe you don't hate painting. Maybe you just hated that experience. Try something out of your comfort zone. And if you've stopped doing something, not because of it doesn't bring you joy, but because someone else tried to ruin it for you, I encourage you to reclaim it.
And my prescription of the week is for those of you who do have really creative friends who are putting themselves out there and trying to vend what they make, or for those who, you know, are starting off smaller businesses, if there's ways that you can support them, because, you know, maybe you're not as creative, but you still want to be a part of their creative journey, maybe ask how you can promote what they do and support their business and their creativity.
That is great advice. And I think it's important, just like with crafting, with showing up in friendship, it doesn't always have to be monetary based or at all. If that's not the financial situation that you're in, showing someone you care can be a share on Facebook. Showing someone you care can be standing in the gap, which we've talked about before, and texting them and saying, hey, I'm so excited that you're having this art show, or I'm so excited that you're doing this vendor fair. What can I do to support? Can I give you an extra chair? Or can I sit there for a few hours and help you with sales? Or can I share your post? There are ways to show up meaningfully that cost next to nothing. Yep. Keep an eye on our socials. I think we'll snap some pics and post our creations. You've been listening to Solving the Friendemic with your host, Sabrina.
Kristen.
And Holly.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Welcome to the outtakes, honey.
Chocolate. Sweet, sweet chocolate.
I remember when they first invented chocolate. Sweet, sweet chocolate. I hated it. Why did you hate chocolate there? Is this a bit? I don't think I've heard it before. Well, you know what? They just really had to try and make something as disgusting as chocolate. You know, if you want to look and eat something like chocolate, you know, you see it on the way out. You don't want to see it on the way in. I love how we're looking into the future of solving the friendemic, and you know, we're on our 1,000th episode, and I'm just really glad to have my broads here, Kristen and Holly. How's life been treating you ladies? Well, it's definitely been a little bit better. You know, my boobs aren't touching the floor yet, so this is fine. I'm so glad I had that boob job back at 27. I just really... that and the facelift. I mean, I look 25. I sound 100, but at least I look 25. Wow. You know, if I had that second husband, I should have taken him up on that.
It's year 3000 and I'm still making this friendship bracelet.
Say hi to the Jonas Brothers for me. They were pretty cute when they were in the year 3000, and the great-great-great-granddaughter is doing fine.
I forgot about that. That was
Have you guys seen Camp Rock in recent years?
No.
Yeah, it's like camp bullshit, am I right? Well, you know, like, back in the time, I was like, these are cute boys. And now I'm just very confused with my sexuality. You know, it's just a little rough in there. They went from, I want them to pinch my cheeks. I'm sorry, let me try that again. I wanted them to hit my cheeks, but now I just want to pinch their cheeks. It's been such a life transition for me. How about you, Holly? Well, I just want to say one more thing. They really did Kevin Jonas dirty. I always thought he was the hottest one, actually. I'm kidding. It's Frankie all the way. He wasn't in the movie. Yeah, that's the point. It's timeless. I mean, you sounded a little pedophilic. Listen, Frankie Jonas is, I think, right around my age. Hold on, now I'm scared. Hold on. I know he's at least 18 by the time I made these. He's probably dead by now. Oh shit, hold on.
I just want to finish this friendship bracelet.
How old is Frankie Jonas? Is 21 years old. He's only 4 years younger, hypothetically, of when I would have had that thought. Therefore, how dare you try to loop me with the pedophiles? All right, I don't need that. I don't need that bad press. Cancel culture's alive and well. In the year 3000, it ain't gone anywhere.
Man, my voice.
Well, thank you so much for listening to this future episode of Solving the Friendemic. And if you don't have your damn paperwork in, what the hell are you doing? Get your paperwork in immediately, you rascal. Yeah. Respect HR. You better respect HR, Wazowski, or I'm gonna get you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon.
That was fun.
Yeah, great. And hey, go ahead.
No, please.
I was going to say, I have a good segue.
Go with the segue.
Write it on
good,
down the
street. Is it a good segue if you name it a good segue? I don't want to do cocaine, but I want to do some crafts.
Jeff Bezos.
Amazon.
That's okay. We can give Daddy Bezos some money for some hats.
Okay.
Zaddy Bezos.
We're going to another chair. So now Sabrina is coming over to the second chair.
Keys on the counter. Oh, it fell out of my boot. Okay. The cricket is cricketing. Now I'm upset that I had so much dairy because my excitement.
It's like, what are you about to tell us?
My tummy's all aflutter.
I'm sorry. I know that feeling. I also had lactate if you wanted some.